Okay, okay. Let's see if this makes us go live. Do. Okay. Should, and I repeat, should be live. Hello, everyone. I'm also, for the first time, restreaming on X. I have no idea how well that's gonna go, or badly it's gonna go. We shall see. We shall see. Let's see here. Making some quick adjustments here. So I think that's good on settings. Boom, boom. Okay. Second, I'm actually playing around with one more area. Okay. I think that's goody. I guess that doesn't do what I thought it did. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the little technical difficulties here. Yeah, never restreamed to X before, so this is interesting. Hey Nathan, hey Ludus, hey Pyrrhus, and hey Undead. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. On my way back, we'll hop into the stream once I'm home, King. Alright, that's perfectly fine. Get home safe. Get home safe. Prioritize the traversal of safety. It's always the important thing. For some reason, OBS does not want to show any chats that are not YouTube. Okay. That does not help me. Okay, well, I can only work with what I got to work with. I guess what I'll have to do is just put the X on the other screen. Yeah, that's about all I can do. Alright, what's up? Pimps! Warhammer's back on the menu. That it is, that it is. So I actually was kind of... I was debating this for the last 2 days or so on what I wanted to paint my Mechanicus gentlemen. And I was originally, when I very first started assembling them, the idea was like, okay, I'm just going to do bog standard Mechanicus. It's like, okay, you know, I don't need to do anything too fancy with them. You know, they're our favorite toaster humping weirdos. No need to, you know, mess around with that formula. So I was like, okay, we'll just stick with that. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know, I like mixing it up. And, you know, I like the color purple more than I like the color red. So why not? So... I put it out there, like, wondering, like, what other people thought. It's like, hey, should we go with am I custom theme, or should I just do box standard traditional? And, you know, a lot of people on X, as well as my personal Discord, a lot of people were pretty positive about it. So, yeah, I think we'll give it a shot. You know, I got this contrast paint, Luxian Purple. I've never used this contrast paint, so we're gonna see if this works. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I have another purple I really like, which is Vallejo's Royal Purple. I like this shade a lot. Worst case scenario, if this does not look good, and maybe I could do a mix of the two. Put Banus into robot. What? Alright. So, one thing I'm debating is, do I start with the base, or do I... Got a power cut? A power cut? What do you mean by a power cut, my good man? I hate that purple color, not a fan of the hue, but maybe you will get better results. Oh, the Luxian purple? I mean, we'll find out. Again, I've never used it, so I'm curious how it'll dry. If it doesn't come out how I want, yeah, like I said, there's always the my traditional royal purple. I have all the guys in the corner here, off screen, but I'm only working on the one for right now, rather than batch painting. Also, the stream might be cut at any point, because my family had a bit of an emergency. It's nothing too drastic. My sister just broke down. That's actually why I'm home a little early. I left just in case they needed me, but my dad said he's on it. He said he would stop by my place here if he needed my help. So if he does show up, stream's getting cut, and obviously I'm going to go help out and handle that if that happens. Power cut, power outage, blackout, no electricity. Ah, okay. Well, the way you said it, got a power cut. I read that kind of like, oh, did you get like a really quick haircut? Like that could mean what that means. So I don't typically hear in the phrasing of got a power cut. Usually people just say, oh, the power cut, or the power's out, or electricity's out. Got a power cut. Never heard it phrased like that. So that would be my lack of clarity on that. Alright, so I think I'll start with the base first. So what I'm gonna do, I want to do an orange, but I want to do saturated orange. Nice Martian red color. So I'm thinking maybe starting on the base with like a Mephiston red, and then doing a dry brush of orange, perhaps? That, or I could just do pure orange. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it won't happen. I mean, we'll see. It wasn't like a car wreck or anything. She just broke down. Like the traditional, like, hey, engine's not responding. She can't get it to go, so she pulled into a parking lot. Right now, my dad's on it, and she's getting picked up by her husband and my brother-in-law. So right now I'm on standby in terms of like familial response. I already volunteered to go, but my dad said, "Nah, I got it. You know, I'll come get you if this is like something I need help, like extra hands with." So yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for either to get grabbed for that, or, well, I guess, or to get news that it's all handled and I don't need to be on standby anymore. That's all I'm waiting on. So I think what I'll do, I didn't grab that paint, but I'll grab it right now. Okay, what I think I'll do on the base is I'll use Contrast Ball Red. And that is very, very red. Very, very strong red. So I'm going to put that down as the base coat on the base. And then I'm going to do a dab later on of I think either yellowed down Mephiston Red or a whited down Mephiston Red. I'm kind of a mix of the two on that front. But the reason I want to go for a brighter red is it's that Martian red sand, right? It's not like pure red, but it's bright. It's poignant. Oh, by the way, before we go too much further in the stream, I picked this up yesterday at the store. Knock knock, who's there? America! See you later! Oh, fuck, that's funny. I think it's a soda, but I'm not sure what this is. I know it's not alcoholic, because I didn't have to show ID for it. But it was very funny to see that in the store. Rusty red sand. Yeah. High iron content. This is both horrible and brilliantly hilarious. I don't consider it horrible at all. Alright. All red. We can do it right out of the bottle because it's contrast. I got my wet palette right next to me here. Actually, I think I'll do the thicker brush first for the base since it's more area coverage I gotta do. So we'll thin that down. And we'll do the coverage of the base. Captain Tefra? How you doing? Not doing purple anymore? No, I'm doing purple. It's right here. No, I'm still doing purple. The plan is, well, I'm still doing like a Martian red base. So I'm starting with ball red as for the base, and then I'm gonna do a dry brush of a Mephiston red with a little bit of yellow and or white mixed in, and I'm gonna do a dry brush over that of like the base red. Give it like a really, really strong, like Martian red color. That's the goal. Given ball red is a more traditional red, it may not look that good, so I might have to go over it again. I hope not to, but we shall see. Normally I don't start with the base, but I'm starting it here just because I'm going to dry brush it later anyway. So whatever little nicks I do onto the sand or the gravelly red, I can fix pretty easily later. Custom lore going with that custom color scheme? Yes, I just haven't cooked it up yet. It's a homebrew in the making. I haven't figured it out. Right now, the running homebrew, like, fill-in, is, they are colorblind. And didn't realize the purple they're wearing is not red. I'm just running with that because, my buddy, I'm sorry, not my buddy Ball. My buddy Karn made a joke about that. So, until I figure out the more fun fanfic of it, that's the running lore. That's the fill-in lore. Let's see if YouTube lets that banger comment through. We shall see. I don't see a comment made from you before that, so I'm going to assume now. Because YouTube. Heard. Forgot I got a different username for my ex name. Glad to see you've settled. Yes, indeed. What is your ex name, Captain Tefra? I might know you. Well, know you is a strong word. I might be familiar with you. That might be a better way to phrase it. It seems it did not. No, it did not. But that's usual. YouTube doesn't like bangers. It likes it when you're meek and you're friendly and hyper positive. Not like YouTube back in my day, you know. Back in the day, you used to be able to say some salacious shit in the comments, and then Google bought it. Damn Google! Forge Father Cyrus. Oh, hey, Cyrus. How you doing, man? Yeah, I am familiar with you. How you doing, brother? Alright, so that's the base done with the red. Again, it's a very bright red. I'm hoping the dry brush I do later makes it look like that Martian red, but it might end up looking too blood red. We shall see. YouTube back in the day, you could truly go wild. Back in the day, to give you an idea how back in the day YouTube was loose, Boogie had a career with Francis. I don't know if he's even... Well, he's allowed to do the Francis character as far as, like, the voice and stuff, but I don't think he's allowed to do the same level of, like, property damage. So I was going to YouTube from, like, 2012. I forget how many slurs were flung. Wait, are those old videos still up? I use the Wayback Machine when I, like, look at that stuff. I don't know how much YouTube even allows to stay up from back then. Alright, so now... There I... do I want to do... The thing is, I probably should do the inner parts first, because I'm going to have to fix the outside when I nick that stuff eventually anyway. So this is where I'm going to need a Retributor Gold and a Lead Belcher. I got a Lead Belcher right here. I know I have a Retributor Gold somewhere nearby. Ah. No, that's Runelord Brass. Well, that can still work. Runelord Brass, and then also... Where is... Oh, hello? Are you it? Yeah, Retributor Gold. Okay, so we got 3 metallics right there. Oh, shoot. Try not to knock into anything. Okay, so Lead Belcher, Runelord Brass, and Retributor Armor. Cool. Going with Mars color scheme for the base, yeah, but not for the actual coat. Going for purple. How you doing, James Knighton? Hey, Paytas, attached to the Imperial Knight house with prominent purple in their color. Potentially, we could do that. The ideas will flow in time. Close the ball red, and let us start with the Lead Belcher. Or do we roll on brass? I'll do roll on brass first. Sent you a screenshot of the banger chat in Discord. Okay. Let me eyeball it. I will say it out loud. Today's stream is sponsored by Al-Qaeda. Today's sponsored by Al-Qaeda Subs. Use code Asmogan at checkout for between 9 and 11% off. And for the month of September, we have a 2 for the price of 1 twin sale. Yeah, I can see why YouTube blocked that one. That'd be funnier if we were in the month of September. Unfortunately, we're a little off. I forgot it's been a while since I opened this Runelord Brass. I gotta shake it up. Hey, Zoid. What have I missed so far? Not much. We're just a little bit in. We're going... the only thing I've done so far is I've put, like, the initial red coat on the base using ball red. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to go for a dry brush of a more orange red later. And hopefully that dry brush will actually make it look like a Martian, like rustic red. I may not. It may not. It depends on how it all dries. Right now, the reason I'm talking like this is I'm shaking the freaking... There you go. Perfectly normal comment. Yep. I can't see why YouTube blocked it. Yep. I can't see it at all. It's a total mystery. It's a total mystery. There we go. That should be plenty shaken up. Yeah, it's nice and liquidy now. I was worried I'd have to go get a stainless steel ball. Bum, ba, da, ba, ba, bum. Just checking the X stuff because it's getting notifications on the side. Alright, so I'm going to use Fine Tip, but hopefully I don't regret using this one. Yeah, these are all synthetic brushes, so they're not super amazing. Not bad, they're just not amazing. Get a little bit on the wet palette. Yep. It's smashing out the Iron Warriors. Fantastic. Love to hear it. Just the autofocus. Oh, it's not auto, it's manual. Just the manual focus, and go to town here. I was tempted to be a little bit more quick and dirty with it, but I'll go for a little bit of precision here. Just to start. Praise be to the Omniscient. Slowly working through some Saturnine termies. Nice. How are the Saturnine termies, by the way? I'm assuming the Horus Heresy ones, or are you talking about like an older set? Precision dirty. Exactly. The coat of the ringwood brass on those. And on the back here, I think I'll do a base of lead belcher on the radio box, but I'm gonna do the ringwood brass on this component. Don't ask me why. My logic is flawed. I saw today Sargon did a really epic Forge Fiend. It was really cool. Although, I think he got offended by... Well, not offended. That might be a strong word. I think he got annoyed or miffed at my comment I left. I'm not... My only basis for it is he didn't like the comment, but responded to me twice. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but... I said in my comment, I was like, oh, really cool airbrush. Really cool, or really solid airbrush effect. I think it's really nice. And he responded with, this was not airbrushed on the final coat. I was like, okay. And then I responded with, oh, okay, it really looks like a really strong wet blend or sponging. Really nice. And then he responded after that. He said it was a mix of wet blend and... what did he say? Glazing. Wet blend and glazing. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know. Again, I'm probably reading too much into it, but... It felt curt. But it's the thing. It's internet text. No way to fucking read what the hell someone's tone is. And it was mostly based on the fact they just responded to me and didn't like my comment. So that left me with like a more like, are you miffed by what I said? Like, I don't know why it would be. Maybe it's just didn't think to like it or didn't bother. I don't know. But the point is, really, really solid Forge Fiend he did. It looks fantastic. It's a Zinch, I believe. Thousand Suns. He's a Southerner. They're just very short with it. That could be it, I guess. I don't live in the UK, so I don't know the cultural disposition of everybody. I might dust off my Silent Reapers and Furnace Marines and paint what I can of them while watching the stream on my tablet in Jurassic Park on my living room TV. That is very specific, but thank you for the details. The new Heresy kit, yeah, a bit rough with the build, honestly. Okay. I can imagine. Alright. the parts I want to pick out? Copper. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't want to do part of the radio. I think I'll wait till... I think I'll do a quick and dirty lead bilcher. He's a K-Suns player? Yeah, that tracks. Trying to find the vid. What's it called? It's not a vid. It was on X. Or Twitter. I can pull it up, maybe? Hold on. Will reply you. There it is. Hopefully he doesn't mind, but I'm... Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Reyes. Thank you. For the $9.99 ZAR, which I believe is the Rand, right? It's Australian Rand. Thank you. Not Australian. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, that's not. It's not Australian. It's South African. I believe. I might be wrong. But where was I? Okay. Yeah, right here. So he went on X and he said, rate my Forge Fiend Asmongold. And I came across it while it was just in my feed. Everything 40k on X usually comes in my feed. But this was, and again, hopefully he doesn't mind me sharing it, but this was his Forge Fiend. And I really love it. Like, the glow effects are fantastic. Like, the shading is great. The fade from light to dark, absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful mini. So, yeah, I forgot to look at the extremes. But yeah, it looks dope. It looks very, very dope. Man, I just left this comment. But yeah. He's a phenomenal painter. Yeah, I actually didn't expect that. I haven't seen any of his minis before now. This is the first one of his I've seen. So that was a tad bit of a surprise from Sargon. But hey, it's usually the people you don't think about that are pretty talented most of the time. People who are the most casual about something tend to be the best at it simply because it's something they do and delve themselves into without a care for other things. That's not like universal, but that tends to be the case a lot of the time. Solid Belcher. It's so clean, I wish I could get on that level. It's just about practice. I'm sure Sargon has been doing it for years, or even if he hasn't, it's also about frequency, practice, and best techniques. It's something you just got to work on as you go. Generally, it's any artistic endeavor will tend to follow that same rule set, I would say. Does Arch still play or collect? I have no idea. I am not the person to ask, man. Me and Arch don't talk. And I don't mean to, like, make anything out of that. Like, we just don't. Like, he does his thing, I do my thing. You know, we're not... I'm on his Discord still, I think, but I'm not active in it at all, so... For all I know he does, for all I know he doesn't, I have not a clue. I do know that when he collected, he wasn't big on the painting. He liked just playing the game and collecting the minis, but he didn't really enjoy the painting aspect. I do know that Arch said several times back in the day, I don't know if his opinion changed, but back in the day he always said, oh, I spray paint in one color and call it good. Like, that's the part I know Arch at least used to not really care for, was like the artistic part of it. Sargon's been doing it for 30 years. Oh, okay, so he's an old head. Again, aspects I did not know. But, yeah, most of the time when I come across Sargon, it's to do with politics, usually. you. Skaven are amazing and fun. Of course, it's Skaven. If only his painting would rub off on Arch. it never will. It never will, Pierce. Well, I say that. I say that as an outside looking in, to be fair. Maybe Arch one day will crave the paint slinging. But I know just traditionally he never really was into it. On the topic of people who wouldn't expect collecting and painting Warhammer, observe Robin Williams. I do know that Robin Williams was like a big nerd and like a big geek. I mean, he named his daughter Zelda after all, so you know that's always been kind of an open thing that everyone knows. But I didn't know he was into Warhammer. That's certainly news. Those are some pouches. Sorry, on screen. Trying to stay on the screen while also painting precisely. Again, I could be a little dirtier with it, but I'm trying to make sure I block out the right spots. May he rest peacefully. May he rest indeed. In many ways, but you know, I'm a Christian. I believe a man like Robin Williams. I didn't know him personally, obviously, so but I would like to think that a man who came off as good as he did is in a much better place than we are now. I'm not gonna get like too much more wrapped up in a faith conversation, but that's I believe he is in a better place than we are in. Hopefully, I have the pleasure of being in the same place one day. When your extent of painting is just priming brown on even the big models, you know you are dealing with someone who does not care for the painting bit. I mean, again, yeah, I believe people do like get change a little bit over time. So I'm not gonna rule out the possibility that Arch might one day go, you know what, screw it. I might, I want to paint like something in like epic detail. It's all a matter of space. Actually, that's a fun debate people have from time to time, isn't it? Whether or not people change over time. Because I've heard people go like, oh, people don't change. People stay the same all the time. They just act like they change. Then I hear like people go, oh no, people change like crazy. I don't know. Personally, I believe people do change. They just don't change drastically. Very, very few people on this earth ever hit like a moment where they decide to become a 180 of what they once were. No, that's what I've observed anecdotally, of course. We'll do this lid voucher as well. I was thinking about doing this with wood brass, but man, it's a camera mount, Coral coot. There you go. Alright. While my homebrew chapter, The Silent Reapers, is on my mind, Asmo, are your homebrew highlights videos still on your video to-do list, or have you suspended them? Well, they were suspended. I guess you're not on the Discord. On the Discord where people were sharing me their homebrew highlights, I announced that like a while back. Is like, hey, I'm suspending them for a bit. That was all due to a shift in content I was working on at the time. I was flexing back to Warglaive pretty heavily, and then recent events happened, and now that's on pause, potentially indefinitely. Yay. But they were suspended for a long period of time. I'm not against going back to them. I may not be as extravagant as I was with the last one. Last one, it took me forever to do the props. It took me forever to do the props. It took me forever to set up the table and get everything ready for like camera and filming. And then I had to do numerous takes for what was pretty a straightforward like intro, outro type thing. But I don't know, just the little bit of like live action I put into it took weeks. And that was like that's not even including scripting or any other elements to it. Speaking of Homer highlights, I really need to finish my video on the basilisks. But recording these days is a pain with these noisy children running around. Yeah, I mean you gotta work around what schedule you can. You know, I got noisy dogs and I got noisy family I live with as well. So I film when I can, when everybody is not around. Just got to adapt to what you're dealing with for an environment. So we're gonna go back to Renloy Brass here and do another coat on the plates here. Raise it up a bit. I would turn on autofocus, but autofocus displays like a bracket you guys can see on the camera, so I'm just going to do it manually first. So now we're just doing this outer plate. Renloy Brass. Stuff like these, I wish I had my glasses. Trying not to do anything but this in your piece. There you go. Do the coat on this because it looks a little faded. We're definitely not looking for faded, we're looking for strong, bold. Yeah. I'm going to produce as much stuff as I can around my Homebrew Trader chapter. Ooh, nice. I'm just about done with my 40k salamanders. Emperor willing, they don't make more models. They will. They usually do, yeah. I'm on the call line community Discord where you also opened a line for Homebrew highlight submissions. Wait, what? Oh, the server. Yeah, no, that's the server I made that confirmation. I'm pretty sure. I guess you missed it. But no, they've been suspended for a hot minute. That's why there hasn't been any for months and months. All right, so we got a couple bits spracked out there. What color do I want to do pants? This might be boring, but I might do like a gray black for the pants. Or I can maybe I can do a brown or a khaki. Options. I have a Xandri dust lying around somewhere. Yep, I got a Xandri dust. I don't know. Do you guys think I should do brown or Xandri dust for the pants? Like the inner pant leg. I could also do like a black. That might complement purple a little bit better, but I don't know. I could also do the khaki. Let's refocus down to that level. I'm tempted to do the khaki. Maybe. Xandri dust, in my opinion. We could try it. Worst case scenario, I gotta paint over it if it doesn't look good. Yeah, well, I'll do Xandri dust with a little bit more brown mixed in. Maybe give it like a darker khaki color. Because I don't check Discord every single day. I mean, I suppose so, yeah. I have to check Discord every single day. I have to because I run multiple servers, so if I don't, I've seen it happen. Most days, nothing happens, nothing's worthy of note, and I don't need to leave any messages anywhere. But the one day you don't check, some wicked fucking drama happens, and you get like 30 DMs, and you missed them because you're like, I don't need to check today. It's always that one day you're like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Cream white to like white with hint of warm brown. I don't know about that. What about Steel Legion Drab? What? I didn't bring up the Steel Legion. I mean, they're worth bringing up, I suppose, but I didn't bring them up. Or did I miss something? Did I miss something in chat? I probably missed something in chat. Trying to do a healthy amount of chat checking and also... Actually, I just realized I'm just doing pure Xandri Dust right now. Ask her. We'll do pure Xandri Dust, and if it's too late, I'll do I'll switch. Oh, Steel Legion Drab, the color. Oh, okay. I was confused. I thought you were trying to bring up the Steel Legion. I do not have Steel Legion Drab at all. That would probably explain why I didn't know the Raphaels. Could do some kind of yellow contrast with the purple. I could. I was already planning on doing like a gold, a Retributor gold on the shoulder plates there. I was gonna wait. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the. Do I want to do? I'm kind of tempted to do gold and gold there. I do both. All right, I'm gonna turn on autofocus. Let me know if this gets annoying. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to leave the bracket on just so I don't have to keep playing with the autofocus as I move things around. Let me know if this is annoying. Let me know if that's annoying, and I'll turn it off and I'll try and manage the manual focus, but I'm trying to paint while also manage focus on the damn camera. Yeah, for some reason, like, OBS captures this part of the filming as well. I wish it excluded it when it was capturing the footage, but oh well. Gotta try and get in there as well. Try and get that part of the There we go. This might be a bit ballsy of me. Do the gold, it'll be the yellow equivalent and will complement the contrast of purple nicely. I figured as much. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. Let's see. I think I'll do Runelord Brass on his ventilator aspect. Hold on. May have thinned that down too much. Oh well. We'll see how bad it dries. Hopefully it won't dry too bad. Hey Alferis, how are you planning to color their rifles? More steel looking metal or more bronze gold color? I was thinking of doing gold because we're doing so much purple anyway. I'm just trying to do most of the internal bits before we do the outer purple, where, you know, before we do the creme de la creme. I don't want to hit that with white. That might be a bit extra detail to do on infantry, but it might be worth it. I'll do that last if I do that at all. That might be a bit much. Well, not last. I'll do washes or last, but I'll do the white inside there for like the little Geiger counter thing. Let's see. I would like to do Xandri dust also on their little masks. From a very rich Forge world, I see. Yes. Yes, we'll go with that. Honestly, again, I have not worked out the homebrew of like why they are going to be so predominantly purple, but I will work that out. I will work that out. All right, I'm going to switch autofocus off because though nobody's complained about it, viewership did dip a little bit, so. Assuming some lurkers were like, ew. Brackets. Terrible. It's a travesty of the paint process. And I can understand, like, people don't like distracting elements on the streams. I do know that for a fact. The question really was, like, how distracting was it? Okay, I kind of want to get up in there, but do I want to do lead belcher up in there, or do I want to do lead grass? While I decide that, oh yeah, I forgot. I have a stainless steel ball in there. I remember why too. Forge World chuddiest, the chuddiest of the chuds. Sorry about the sorry for that. Yeah, this paint at one point was very much not wanting to come out. It's an older pot of Retributor armor. Manufacturing error. They do not understand why their robes are purple, and they cannot fix it. There you go. That's a run-in fill-in story. All right, so do. The Maracas are here. I'm telling ice. Don't worry. As soon as they walk towards the house, they'll be like, "White people live here," and they'll leave. It's like we don't see any donkeys. It doesn't smell like chilies, and the lawn is very white trash. We're not dealing with it, you know. We're not dealing with it. I almost said a word. We're not dealing with them. These people white. No, oh god, this stream's getting demonetized. I don't even need to check. For all the sensitive people out there, it's jokes. They're topical, but they're jokes. Don't get your panting for the wad. And if I do get in the wad, I'll laugh. Alright, so... a little bit on the robe there, but that's why I do the robes last, because they're on the outer shell. Alright. This close to Slurmagon. Very, very close. Very, very close. I do really like baked beans. You guys don't get that, then the chat's way more innocent than I. Actually, ironically, the first time I heard that was from a friend of the family who's from Mexico. That's how I learned of it. I don't know how YouTube counts views, but I'm expecting my view to cut in and out because my Wi-Fi is having its monthly "you just paid the bill" issue. Usually the "you just paid the bill" issue, quote unquote, is it working. If it's not, then you need to tell the people you're paying the bill to stop punishing me for paying you. Oh, I see a drama vid. We'll be back, maybe. Okay. Wait, is it a 40k drama vid? If so, I might be curious. If not, I don't fucking care. I will say this. I'm a little bit of a drama whore when it comes to the 40k community. It is from a place of investment, because it's like, usually if it's community drama, I'm like one of the first people there, because I like to expose the bullshit when that stuff happens. But if it's not 40k related, even if like it's generally, I don't step out of my wheelhouse with that. I have a couple times, as so you longtime viewers will know, but generally I try and keep it to 40k or adjacent to 40k as much as possible. No worry, you definitely wouldn't care. Oh, okay, then never mind. One of the VTubers I watch call herself that? What? Drama whore? I mean, it's a VTuber, so that's like the default. Not to be a... Is there an ist word for like communities? I don't know if there is. I guess I'm one of those. But not to be too judgmental to other communities, but VTubers I tend to rarely see not involved in drama. And let's be honest, the most fun ones tend to get dragged into or start drama, so there we are. I'll put a little bit more retributive gold. Major hates Pontius for calling him out on his BS. I mean, wait, is it Major Kill you're talking about? If so, I do kind of care. That's 40k related. Loosely, but it is. Unless that's not what you're talking about and there is something else going on. 40k community has been a culture war-wise calm since GW said they won't be doing female Space Marines. That is a very temporary silence, I assure you, Vivek. That is a very temporary silence. Because the Wokehammer crowd, who I've been dealing with for years, they have lulls where they shut the fuck up. Usually following GW saying stuff like that, like, oh, like, hey, we're not actually going to do this, or hey, we're not really going to steep ourselves in that, or hey, like, if they make something semi-definitive, they will shut the fuck up for, like, 6 months. And then out of nowhere, one of them will mention, like, a homebrew of, like, a female Space Marine chapter they really like, and then they'll start a bunch of shit immediately after that. Talking about how it should be canon, making arguments for why it makes sense to be canon, blah, 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 blah. I've seen the cycle. Granted, the what is it? The Overton window has shifted a lot in the last 2 years, but I can't imagine they're gonna keep their mouths shut for that long, if at all. Hey, Dragonus sneaks in, not too sneaky. Are you pointing and laughing at Major Shell? And I tend to like to, but I'm waiting for confirmation. Emphasis on temporary. Okay. Yeah, it very. Curse uses the term anime racist, but I meant the... Oh, okay. Wait, there's a VTuber who calls herself the Bean? I know there's other letters in that, but, you know, calls herself that? If so, based. See, that's what you should do. Like, when, like, you're part of a demographic that has, like, rude words allocated to you, you don't make a hissy fit every single time someone not in your demographic says it. You show people you don't give a fuck, and people will not say it. People say it to fuck with you. That's why the... Nah, I won't go that far. I was about to go further with that, but, you know, I'll leave it at that. Nah, fuck it. I'll go a little bit further with that. That's why, you know, when it comes to the white community, we don't tend to, like, give a fuck about the slurs others come up with us. I can't say any of them on the risk that YouTube does actually try and police them, but there's like a dozen plus I've heard over the years people try and start to make a thing, and then it goes nowhere because nobody gives a fuck. Like, that's the power of not giving a fuck. People tend to not bother with the spicy words when they're not spicy. There's no temptation if there's no reaction, you know what I'm saying? That's how you solve racism. Abstinence. Nah, I'm not gonna make that gold. Okay, I was about to make that gold, but yeah. I'll also make the center plate gold, though. Or I guess I should say the chest plate. Chassis plate? I don't know. This. This gold. I love gold! Hey Nathan, sorry I'm back, King. Out goes the applying of emulsion to the plastic. It goes pretty well. You missed out on some fun conversations. We talked about bean with a couple letters added to the end. We talked about racism. We talked about how white people are not so easily offended because we ignore the slurs people make up for us. You know, you missed a whole bunch of conversations I think you'd really get into. I am proud all of the white man's slurs. Indeed. Actually, it reminds me of that Invincible meme. It's the one where Mark and Nolan are in the air and they look over and there's the aircraft coming and he looks back in the second panel and says, "Look at what they must do to mimic a fraction of our power." I've actually seen a meme of that where it's like all like the white slurs and then it's like, it shows the one. Oh, fuck. That's still one of the funnier ones to me. The response was bad, but he didn't delete Pawnee's comment on the video, so kudos. I mean, even Major Kill knows that if he deletes comments, that's just, especially here's the thing, don't get it twisted. Major Kill deletes comments. All creators do. I've deleted, thankfully I've done it very sparingly. Most of the comments I've deleted have tended to be like direct threats or doxing. Thankfully, you know, with my docs, people got it wrong, but still, I have had to delete the comments with the fake one because it's like, okay, that could affect somebody real. But, you know, I've had to delete comments, and thankfully that tends to be the only ones I delete. But all creators do, but I promise you, Major Kill deletes a lot more than just that. He deletes a lot of comments that just he deletes a lot of comments that just bother him. I've seen it. Like, I've gone to his comment section on a video he's done that's, like, semi-controversial. And there will be, like, a bunch of comments calling him out or talking shit to him that barely have any likes, that barely have any traction, to be fair. And then I'll leave and I'll come back in, like, 3 hours. Just because I have a curiosity for the chat. And half of those comments I'll search for. Can't find them. Granted, sometimes it's YouTube. But YouTube usually pre-deletes them. Like, the bot will, like, catch it as you generate the comment, especially nowadays. Usually, you won't be able to see them in the first place if it was YouTube that was policing it, or if it was YouTube hiding it. Usually. It's not a hard rule. A little bit of that got on the gun, but that's fine. Start with that for the retributed gold. Hey, what's up, Pink? So, what's up? Not much. We're working on my PIMP. Working on my PIMP. Skitarii. Making good progress, you know. I delete bots and nonsensical bait. That's about it. That's usually, yeah. I think is I sometimes the nonsensical bait I sometimes leave because I'm curious how other people will like respond to it sometimes. It is funny. It depends on what the bait is, though, I suppose. Yeah, but I'm not too draconian on people trying to like start shit, or people saying like random shit, because it's free free traction in the algorithm usually. I had to fix that a little bit, but yeah. I suppose while we're on controversial topics. And by the way, anybody who doesn't want to talk about this or doesn't want it discussed, just say so. But I'm just throwing it out there out of curiosity. Everybody heard what's happening in Spain right now? Because it just popped in my head just now. Again, if you guys don't want to like talk about it when I'm in the middle of painting a miniature, I understand, and we'll move on. We'll move topics. But at this point, I'm probably already going to be demonetized by the bot later, so might as well talk about what I want to talk about then. Of course, I haven't known your Skitarii, indeed, the pimps. So, okay, so Reyes has not even heard the news, so I suppose the for your sake, Reyes. The gist of it is like 50,000 or 60,000 Moroccan illegal immigrants stormed their border and like swam around it. Which, by the way, it's a shitty land to sea border anyway. But they just swam around it and entered Spain. And what's even more asinine is the government of Spain claimed that all 50,000 and all 60,000 that stormed into the country decided to magically leave. Yeah, they actually tried to claim that, oh yeah, all 50,000 went back to Morocco. I don't know why they even bothered claiming that when no one on this earth believes that. Even the people who are going to parrot that don't believe that shit. It's ridiculous. It was a few months ago. Pontius particularly dislikes Major Kill's content egotism and has pointed his BS out several times. Major Kill even made a video responding, but I didn't watch it. No, I know what you're talking about. I was... Well, I say I was there, but I wasn't, like, involved. But I was there during that whole thing. I'm well aware of Pontius and Major Kill's beef. It was hilarious. Heard a bit of it from Nico, that's it? Okay, for sex to doubt. Yeah, I mean, like, no one believes that. I might be able to believe, like, maybe 500 to 600 of them went back. Either forced or voluntarily, because maybe they just didn't expect what they received on the other side, but that's maybe at that. Kind of wanted to message my buddy Urus about it, but I don't. It felt like a weird thing to message him about, like, randomly. It's like, hey, your country's being invaded. Want to talk about it? I know it wasn't his area that was invaded as well, so it would have been even more of an awkward conversation. At least I don't think it's his area. My allergy to BS just triggered. Yeah, I know. Well, I trust him, guys.
Yeah, totally, guys. It's totally okay, guys. They're all gone. They came over just for a single evening, you know? That's what people do. They storm national borders for afternoon activities. It's totally normal.
About me talking to Urus about it? I did not. What'd you say? Hold on, maybe I gotta scroll up. Alright, check. Hold on. Oh, right there. I've been walking Urus about it. Okay. Now I have. I missed it. Yo, what's up, Lord Metal Man? Yo, Asmo. Yo, Lord Manimal. How you doing? We're talking about Spain. Fun topics. Hey, Karen. Welcome to the stream. They are not all gone. I don't even believe, like, again, I don't believe more than, like, at max 600 went back. Max. Let alone 50,000 that came through also simultaneously went back a couple days later. Bullshit.
I can stomach being told a lot of crap. That's not amongst it. Not at all.
off camera.
That's what she said.
YouTube live chat doesn't seem to be working on Asmo's side, it seems. I'm getting it through OBS, which the OBS chat window is really small on my second monitor. Well, at least part of it that I can see. So if I don't like look up actively as it's all coming up, I miss it because it goes like right above really quickly. More than 1,000 arrived by sea, so because of EU law, by a loophole, they get access to visas on asylum grounds, meaning that they can wander up to where Urus lives. Oh, joy. That's my concerns. I'll probably check on him later. I don't know. How is he doing, Nathan? He doesn't check out my stream, so it's not like I can expect him to show up here so I can ask him questions. Is that StarCraft music in the background? Yes. I was going to do the tavern music like last stream, but I decided StarCraft's probably more appropriate. And I have like the Terran music on my desktop, so just got it on loop. It's a nice little bit of music to put on the background, I think. Probably, I'm trying to avoid having to touch it up, though. So, I was about to say I'm going to put the purple down now, but... Screw it, we'll do it now. Was going to hold off. I think I've done enough of the outer details. Worst case scenario, gotta touch it up. We'll see. Now to see how good it comes out. Come on, open up, you bastard. I have never worked with this contrast paint before, so this is experimental. I'm liking the shade while it's wet, I will say that. Gotta worry about a Spaniard Kraid look like. Kraid. I need more games of 11th before I make a decision. Oh, on the quality of 11th? I'm listening to AI generated Warhammer music. Why AI stuff? There's well, I can't be too judgmental on that. Like there's some AI tunes I've been enjoying lately. But just by happenstance, or did you like seek them out especially? Dylan White, what's up? StarCraft music, nice, thank you. Time to clock out, I'll be back. Okay. Head home safely. I'm more of a purple, silver, and gray kind of guy. Oh, I see, I see. You don't like the PIMP color. Oh, I'll keep that in mind. For me, gold just goes in wrong direction. Purple is already a pretty loud color. Silver balances out a bit. But you going to PIMP. A pimp got a pimp. Got advertise. No, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think my girlfriend would agree with you too, Karan. Make sure I don't leave too much. I'm done there. There we go. Oh, so really, that's just the inner trim under there. Compared to other things, purple isn't a loud color. It's a cool color. If it's a warmer purple, maybe, but purple is more subdued. True. Coming out so far so good. It's a bit of a bright, and it's kind of a mid-tone between like a bright and a dark purple. I think I like it. So far anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta get the hood. I give that a second to dry. It's contrast paint, so it should paint dry fairly quickly. Honestly, though, my only interest in 11th is the Space Marines with the Mark 7 helmets. I agree. Probably why they're gonna sell like hotcakes. The current corn, the flesh is weak. It is. The new Intercessor's kit looks great too. Great, too bad I have 40 of them already. Well, you have 40 of the new kit, or you have 40 Intercessor kits? You have 40 Intercessor kits. How? What do you do for a living? You rob banks? Actually, don't answer that. Don't perjure yourself. Plead the fifth. Be very careful. I'm always watching. Heads. I get a black gray out and I'll apply that to the thing. That's probably. Actually, I just realized I probably should finish applying the lead belcher to the legs. Ah, crap. I'll fix it later. Mule kit, okay. Your knee injury fired up again? I'm sorry, man. You okay? Looks like I'm going to spend my vacation on visiting doctors. Ah, shit. Well, hopefully it's something minor that they can handle. I emphasize hopefully. for the chest coughing thing and the knee. Yes, please bring up the fact that you have death rattle coughs to your doctor, please. Please bring that up. Too many times in VC, I've had to have like a half heart attack thinking you're dying. So, there is a contrast paint I've used very seldomly that I want to try here. That might not look good, but we'll see. I think it was Wildwood is the one I want to try. What was a snake bite leather? Fuck. No, Wildwood's like a darker brown than. I just realized it's a darker brown than what I want. Alright, we're gonna go lighter brown then. We're gonna hit the rifle next. For the wood combatants. I'll come back through and get all the non-wooden bits later. Living apples begin crawling through the windows, all chanting, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away," over and over. "I will turn them into apple pie and feed them to the children. I can't die. Dying is gay. And your mama didn't raise you to be gay, now did she?" Alright. I think that's all metallic. Actually, the underbarrel. Not sure what component I want to make. We'll make this part brown. That's weird. Brushes, man. The only way I would be able to afford the new kit, assuming my LGS gets a new Armageddon box in, is layaway and paying with store credit, like I did with the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness box. Yeah. Sorry, that's kind of like a shallow response. But yeah, I mean, just yeah. They're making Warhammer pretty damn unaffordable at the moment. It's pretty egregious. Let's see what they did to the Bane Blade. Wait, what did they do to the Bane Blade? Why mess with the Bane? What was wrong with the Bane Blade? It ain't broke, don't fix it. I think a lot of people didn't get that memo. The sponsons are separate again, and the tank itself is more money. Of course it is. The more money part doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's kind. I won't say it's quite neither here nor there, but it's borderline. It's like the assumption I tell most people to run off of is, hey, if it can cost more, GW is working on making sure it does. GW will not stop price hiking until literally nothing is selling. And then they'll go, oh, okay, so there's the line. There's the line people will finally not cross to pay for our fucking shit. And then and only then will they actually make some changes and reduce the price. And even then, they'll only reduce it to the absolute max that people are willing to pay. It's not like there's any consequences with them having that kind of cynical approach. Because if they do price hike, people will bitch for like a week and then do nothing. It's the same. It's the same procedure that's happened 1,000 times. GW announces price hike. Community bitches and moans. Talks about how the hobby is already so unaffordable. Then the price hike gets implemented despite all the bitching, and then everyone buys the latest sets. No dip in sale whatsoever. They just hike it up, people bitch, and then they immediately go and buy it. What's that quote?
Time is a flat circle.
Very much applies here. But they lowered its points, so buy more Bane Blades. Yeah, well that's yeah, of course. They always do that shit right as they're fucking with shit. It's like, oh, it's more money. We've made a slight alteration on it, and oh right. We reduced the point value so it's more viable on the tabletop. Perhaps consider buying it. And then, what are all the Imperial Guard fans who weren't getting one because it was useless? Oh well now it's less points. Pulls out credit card. I'll go into generational debt for this. Why not? I can't possibly see how this might be a bad idea. But why? Why would you treat the customer like this? Because fuck them, that's why. Exactly. That's pretty much... I'm guarantee you that's said somewhere in the corporate offices of GW at least once a day.
Sir, don't you think people will be mad about this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shouldn't we not do it?
Fuck them. Daily occurrence. Almost guaranteed. Almost like a prayer. Well, they still pay, so they can't hate it. True. No Baneblade for me. My guard army is gonna have to work with Thorns. Hey, the Royal Thorns is a damn good vehicle. So is the Russ. Nothing wrong with the classics. Nothing wrong at all. Oh, also make the bomb. We're already getting flashy. Both the Dorn and the Rust shouldn't work. Welcome to 40K. It's not just the orc vehicles that are operating off of hopes and dreams. They're just the only ones with the excuse. getting a shit ton of notifications on X. What is this about? Oh, okay, it's just a bunch of notifications for different posts. Okay. We all know GW doesn't understand how weaponry works. I mean, yeah, they're British. To them, talking about the functionality of weaponry is like for museums and ancient technology. Rush. Meanwhile, my only army for 40k is Space Marines, Homebrew Chapter, and I have to beg and plead with those who hold online spending options to get some of the units I need because of my LGS doesn't have. I'm sorry to hear that. My LGS has very random things get put on the 40k shelf. It's not very consistent. Well, in Space Marines, I guess, is the most consistent thing on the shelf, but like everything else is kind of like, oh, sometimes there's lots of boxes for orcs, sometimes there's none, sometimes there's some boxes for chaos, sometimes there's none. So, be very bipolar. So yeah, 3D printed stuff you need to actually paint one day. Hey, I hope you do. I would really like to see you take a crack at mini painting. really fun to see such a talented artist go from a 2D canvas to a 3D field painting. Huge backlog myself. Partially painted, primed, assembled, and still in box. I have a ton on all categories. It's like a prerequisite for being in the hub. Do I do that now, or do I wait till later? And I'll do the rim of the glasses as Retributor Gold as well, just to really punctuate it. I have armies: Salamanders, Guard, Eldar for 40k, just Salamanders, Horus Heresy, Grand Cathay, and Old World. I don't have any Old World armies. I wanted to get into Old World, but never did. To be fair, it was a whole nother like chunky investment to even attempt. White. White. You guys? Oh, that's bot. I almost heard the bot. Yeah, man. Ah, it pooped. The end of it was kind of dried, so it popped a huge chunk. Well, it was a lot of fun, bunch of silly rolls. Yeah, I heard it's pretty pretty enjoyable. I first heard that it was doing really bad when it first came out, but then like within a week, people were telling me, oh no, it's actually like the best thing ever. It's like I'm getting really mixed signals on this. Let that white dry a bit. Back to the rifle a little bit. Ah. My ears start ringing. Ow! Tinnitus. Fuck off. Oh, speaking of Age of Sigmar, I had someone hop in the chat of the Asmogold video I did, and they were rather miffed that I humorously said that Age of Sigmar wasn't as good as 40k, which I thought I was being pretty obviously facetious, but apparently not enough for this individual. They were like, that's very 40k of you. I'm like, what? Okay, calm down. Take panties, unwind. Chill the fuck out. It was a humorous statement made in jest, very evidently. No need to be overly defensive. I have no feelings of AOS outside models cool. I don't even think the models are cool. I know, that's where I will definitely put my dig in my heels. I think most of the models look either over-designed or just don't look for me anyway, the right shade of fantasy. Like, a lot of it's really high fantasy, and it's... like, it crosses a line where, like, some of it's, like... I don't even, like assign the aesthetic to a fantasy setting. It's just... The Sigmarines, for example, I just hate them. I absolutely hate the design. I hate the aesthetic. They're ugly as fuck. I will die on that hill. They are ugly. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, the Sigmarines are ugly. No, sorry, not the orcs, but the dwarves. The dwarven army in AOS looks lame. They look nowhere near as cool as any other dwarf iteration I've seen, to be frank. Like, in my opinion, it's really sad when Warcraft has a better dwarf aesthetic than Warhammer. Like, Warhammer is supposed to be, like, the key aesthetic of them, and they look, in my opinion, extremely... They look way too, like, steampunky. Maybe it was just the one variation of dwarves I saw. Maybe there's multiple for AOS. But the box of dwarves I saw for AOS, they didn't even look like dwarves to me. They looked way more akin to gnomes from Warcraft. And I should not be mixing the two in my mind. Dwarves have a very key runic aesthetic that you need to kind of stick to, and they didn't. So, honestly, that is the one thing I will say from, as far as I'm concerned, I will dig in my heels and be, like, negative towards AOS, definitively. I think the aesthetic sucks. Some armies not less than others, less egregious than others, but it's a case of, I think that generally, hopefully that wasn't too much, but we'll find out. Generally, not a huge fan of, no, sorry, not even just not a huge, but not even a fan of the AOS aesthetic. You know your favorite setting is great when you consistently have to defend it. I don't know, like, it's hard to say, like, because I don't know much about AOS lore. Maybe the lore is really where it shines. but it just has. Looking at any of the models, it just does not interest me, like at all. It just there's nothing there that really screams to me. Oh, you like this is so cool. I should get into this. Everything about AOS just screams. We're trying to be not Lord of the Rings, and we're trying to be, you know, extra. Which Warhammer, I guess, is supposed to be, but it's just the wrong direction. It's not taking the right things and enhancing them. It's more like it's taking the wrong things and running with them for a lot of armies. But yeah, like I said, I don't know the lore of AOS. I don't know if, like, you know, that's really epic stuff that really captures the imagination. I don't know. I don't claim to know. I don't claim to care enough to, like, fight about it. But when it comes to the aesthetic, I will not I might be nice about it, but generally I will be honest and say it just is not there for me. Like, the aesthetic is pretty piss poor for AOS. Lord of the Rings and will always be my core and center. I know, Pierce. I'm very well aware. I just prefer a bit more down to earth and semi-grounded fantasy more. I like exaggerative and what you call big pauldron fantasy. I do, but there's a wrong and right way to go big and go crazy with it, and I think AOS does it the wrong direction. Like, it makes some things too big, some things too extravagant and too detailed. Like, that's my takeaway. Again, purely aesthetic. I'm not talking about the lore. I don't know the AOS lore, and quite frankly, I don't care about the lore. You need, like, for me, for like a hobby or like for things like that, you need to win me over on aesthetic before you win me over to give it the lore a chance. Why on earth would I give the lore a chance when it's ugly? When I think the front cover is ugly as fuck? Like, I'm not gonna humor you, generally. So that's, you know, Witcher 3 game is a darker, grim fantasy aesthetic I like a lot. I love the vast majority of arms and armor from Witcher 3. I mean, yeah, and it's like very historical, right? So we're very historically like inspired. So that has that very strong appeal. Mm-hmm. I don't find any of the armies interesting in AOS. I had Stormcast for a bit, but then GW killed the way I wanted to play them. And I don't know about the play either. That's another thing that might be really good that I don't know about, that it plays extremely well. People who seem to be a really big fan of whatever it's called, Spearhead. People seem to really like that. It doesn't, again, appeal to me. Because they need to, like, win over my doormat of aesthetic. You make me go out loud, oh, that's cool. You've won me over. Like, the lore might not be the best, but you've at least won me over enough to get me in the door. All the factions also not sharing a world together takes a lot away from the setting. I don't know about that. I feel like my reaction to that is like, what the fuck? But like, I know that Litany would have like an hour-long explanation that probably would go into clearing up some confusion or some misunderstanding of that. I don't know. It's one of the things, I just don't want to fight about it. Don't want to get into a heated argument about it. I care as much as to give my honest opinion that AOS does not capture my interest, does not like make me want to play it. That's as far as I go with it. It has failed the sniff test. I'm out of it on the wet net. Hard to recapture the lived in and old history of Old World. And it is, yeah. It's straight up like an Outworld and Azeroth kind of deal. Okay. Strange. I'll do the tubings next. Those seem to be like the biggest source of white at the moment. Hard to recapture the... Oh, sorry, I read that. It's straight up like Outworld... Okay, I read that. AOS did the Primarist. the Stormcast and killed off many models, though to be fair, Stormcast bloat was much worse than it was for Space Marines. Are you going to get some minis for Asmogan? She seems pretty talented with painting and drawing. She hasn't asked about any, like, minis or anything, so no. Generally, if she asks for, like, I bought her drawing tablet, so, you know, if she wants something, she usually will tell me, and, you know, I'll budget for it, I'll prepare it as a gift for a special holiday, you know. But, minis-wise, I don't think, she hasn't shown any interest since the first one, and I think she's a little, like, enamored with the drawing tablet at the moment, so she's probably focusing on that, I would say. don't know. How's it looking so far? What'd you guys say? Like, out of curiosity, what do you guys think? Too garish? Not garish enough? He's so gaudy, I love him. Good. It's fanciful. Like the color palette? Okay, that's good. Garish is what we're looking for here if we're using some kind of purple. A pimp needs something with animal print. Might be a conservative pimp, you don't know. Might not like that too much for the profession. He may not like the excess aspect. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, how you doing? You just finished your own painting session? Cool. What'd you paint? Thanks. Skitarii named Slickback. Indeed. I don't know. He's a bit more of a close-up. So I gotta do the purity seals, obviously. So I gotta do the rest of the backpack. Skitarii. Ugh. Gross. Filthy. Skitarii. Are they Slaanesh Skitarii? No.
They're not. They are simply pimps. You can be a pimp without being a freak. It ain't easy, but you can do it. Oh, excuse me. It ain't easy being sleazy. True. True that indeed. Ah. Alright, mostly fine.
I'm experimenting with something real quick.
Hey, Tiki.
Praise the four armored emperor.
Man, I'm just working on a Skitarii.
I'm curious to see how that will dry, because I decided to, again, it's a little bit of an experiment. We'll see how it comes out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. And a back. Do I risk this? I'm streaming. Hi, guys. I see.
Yes, and I decided to look into the science of it, and it's...
Science is not bueno. Let's just say for the fuel for all the hyper drives, Asmo, there cannot be as much fuel as it's depicted.
I cannot.
Yeah.
There might be enough fuel for one jump for the rest of history.
Well, better make it count, huh?
I am trying to figure out... Okay, I'm getting close. There we go. That's good enough. In order to create the energy required for a single blast of the Death Star super laser,
See,
in order to destroy a
Chad, these are
normal
the
sized
conversations
planet.
we have. Very technical.
Yes. Yes. So, in order to create the energy required to destroy a average-sized planet with a super laser, or the turbo laser, or whatever the hell it was called,
That's
you
the laser.
need, yes, you need 2 trillion metric tons of antimatter for a single shot.
Uh-huh.
That's the energy requirement.
Okay.
Yes, Star Wars is... how can
Do
I
you
say
want
it
to
in
explain
YouTube terms?
Try to explain to Asmo how they make quote-unquote hypermatter.
Oh, hang on. Let me find it. Yes. Hang on 1 second. Well,
Hi, Matthew Gordon.
let's
How you
first
doing?
see what hypermatter is.
It's bullshit.
It's formed when solar radiation come into contact with the core of a planet.
Do you see why I told you there cannot really be enough of it in the universe?
So it's
Guard.
bullshitium.
Card, this thing needs to be so energy dense that any single accident, let's say an explosion destroying a Death Star, would create a black hole massive enough to just consume one of the arms of the galaxy.
Yep.
It's gonna spawn a supermassive black hole in milliseconds, even in picoseconds.
Peter
probably.
says,
This thing-
but yes, but it has magic
Ugh.
space crystals using magic.
No,
So-
the space crystals are
Take
there
that,
to
idiots.
focus the laser. The Kuipers are there to focus just the laser.
Yes, they're not part of the reaction chamber.
But you don't know. Did you ask it?
Oh,
Yes,
that is
it is.
that is why I hate Star Wars so much.
I
because
phoned
when
George
you,
Lucas.
when you start thinking about even the slightest little thing of this, it just stops making sense so fast.
No, yeah, because Star Wars is made to sell toys and to have knights in space.
Yes.
Magic
I'm
space
sorry,
for
wizard
anyone
monks
who
and things.
considers anyone who
And-
considers Star Wars high
Actually,
fantasy.
more like
is-
Space Samurai, but hey.
I consider it space fantasy. I don't know anybody who considers Star Wars like hard sci-fi.
It's drama? No.
Space opera.
Opera, yeah, thank you.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you can just make Leia survive the cold open space.
Oh, okay, let's not start with the new stuff because I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Ah.
Anyway. I did think this entire tangent started when I joked about the Dreadnought lobbing laser shots.
Oh.
just twitched. I hope I didn't hit you.
Yes, please do not remind me of that.
That stuff was unholy.
The level of problems with that one scene are
With every
Oh.
scene.
no. That scene in particular. If we just isolate that scene and start counting all the errors, mistakes, and literal nonsense that happens,
Like how that the Superstar or Dreadnought flies too close to the planet and should have been pulled in by the gravitational force.
Oh dear lord, imagine a science fantasy series that isn't scientifically accurate. It's just epic.
Well, you should at least have like a modicum of, like that's why the original is fine. The original Star Wars trilogy, it's totally fine because they don't really talk too much about the science. But
yes,
if you should have a scene of your new character being able to like fix a weird fucking part on a spaceship he has never seen, we can start like throwing in questions.
the original trilogy was good enough because they did not take
Because the
themselves
story
too
was
seriously. Yes, they didn't take themselves too seriously, and sort of they just went with the story. They told the story, and they never went into the more serious stuff.
Yeah, they
It was
didn't talk about.
okay. This thing works. I don't care how it works. It just works. Let's move on. Fine. The first three, like the 1, 2, and 3, they went a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna take ourselves more seriously now. Ugh. And then we
Well-
got the whole midichlorians.
I still like the
Microscopic
prequel,
things
the
and-
I like the prequels.
but the
They are
midichlorians are.
fine, but they started to take themselves too seriously, and that's why the first, like the 1, 2, and 3 are not on the same level as 4, 5, 6, because they decided, oh, we're gonna be actually a serious sci-fi. It's like, no.
Oh, well, the cloning aspect is done well.
no, it's not.
It's way better
It's-
than other
it-
fucking
Yes, but
right.
there's also problems there, which I'm not gonna go into. Anyway, 1, 2, and 3 are okay. There are some things that can be argued about, but for sure, fine, okay. And then the new 3, I don't even want to call them movies anymore. The whatever the
Passion project, Tang. Those
Oh.
are passion projects.
if those are passion projects, I don't want to see the people's passions.
Tang,
Ugh.
passion doesn't always need to be something good.
Yes, it's something cursed in that
What
case.
the Hollywood man does with a gerbil in his bedroom might be
Aw,
passion, but
nee.
not good.
Yes, let's move on from this topic because I'm starting to get a headache.
Don't think about the
Oh.
boat all the time.
Yes. Oh no. Okay. I for a second I thought about Dune. I am not gonna start talking about Dune. Nope, I'm not
But we love
talking
Dune.
about Dune. Yes, we love the books.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the movie.
Uh-huh.
You were almost able to enjoy, but then they fucked up.
If I
Talk about
the
not.
only thing I wanted was to see the God Emperor of Dune done properly. Was that so much to ask?
Yes.
for?
Like, talk about not being able to stick the fucking landing.
Oh,
Because, like, the first half of Dune was good.
well, it was.
But then Shani
Well.
appeared and everything went downhill.
It could have been manageable. They did some things that I disagree about, but it could have been okay. I can
You could have
overlook
sound.
it. I can overlook it because the next few movies are good. Then they did part 2, and the way it ended was just, oh my goodness, this is
so
going
bad.
to be bad.
Why was
And now
Shani mad in this version? In the original, she
Because
planned
Zendaya
it.
needs to frown.
Yeah, Zendaya can only frown.
Yes.
That's her like modus operandi. If like whatever the Spider-Man dude is, I bet she frowns when they fuck.
It's almost like
yes.
her only acting thing is eating a sour grape or something. It's
Like she has one mode and it's resting bitch face, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how people find her attractive.
I don't.
She looks so frumpy.
If she changed her facial expression like to something not resting bitch face, she could be attractive in theory, but her face just has that like it's a sort of like I am like sneering at, not quite sneering is the wrong word, but it's sort of like
It's
that.
like
I'm looking at
the-
you like I'm disgusted at you like at all
It's like
times.
a grumpy teenager that doesn't want to be at the family function.
Yeah, that's the face.
Yeah, the
She
Disney
could have
movies
been a
don't follow this.
great actress. Yeah, she could have been a great actress to play Princess Irulan. She would have been perfect for that role. But no, they made her Chani.
I hate to say it, that name sounds so fake.
Well,
I mean,
yes,
as-
it is. It can't.
I mean, as bad as it is for you, like I said in the chat, it could be worse. It could have gotten the Wheel of Time treatment.
Oh yeah, right. That one was.
Horrible.
Oh, bloody hell. Hang
It
on.
can always be
Oh,
worse.
shite.
Always.
Oh, god
There
damn.
is
Okay,
no bottom to this pit.
There is
Yes.
only hell and further beyond.
I got so annoyed I got a nosebleed. God damn it.
That's a level of
tell your head-
annoyance I have not reached.
Uh,
My ability
do
to
not-
deal mental damage is getting stronger.
Yes. Do not tilt your head
Uh-huh.
back, though. That is false advice that gets thrown around. Do not tilt your head back. That causes the blood to
I
pool.
know.
Get a rag. Let it run. Just making sure you don't choke on your own blood.
Trust me, I am not gonna choke on my own blood.
Like I went from almost having caboose
I'm sure.
an accident with his truck to making Tank's nosebleed.
I mean, I'm sure. Attila the Hun said the same thing.
All right.
Yeah, but I also didn't drink poison.
It might be poison.
Maybe we don't
It
know
isn't.
what did it to him.
Oh, bloody.
I'd like to think he
Yeah,
had.
to be
energy.
fair, some of your ancestors are you're probably related somewhere to Attila somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Comes from
different
similar
We might have
groups
been-
of people.
We might have been one of the hunting tribes.
Hell, I could be related to them.
If only
The
we knew who they
Gruggening,
were.
welcome to the stream. What the fuck
Yes,
do you mean,
welcome.
Pimp Skitarii? Can I get a Skitussi here? I mean,
No Skatosi for
in
you.
theory.
The Skitari
No,
fanboy
yes,
of fate.
So it's
Don't
the
stick your dick in a toaster.
yes, it's the mechanicus that's in charge of the cyber whores for the nobility. You know, they have
Yes.
to those servitor sex bots need to be.
And it feels like it would more use
maintained.
a more older term like scrumpets or something like that.
Scrumpets.
No, listen, Card. There was a mistranslation, and they wanted cyber horses. They got cyber horse.
Yeah, there was a mistranslation in the message sent via the what are they called, the psychics that send the telepathic
Astropath.
astropath. Yeah, sent via astropath. It got misinterpreted as like we want cyber horses for our cavalry.
That was Slanesh
No.
manipulating the message.
Yes.
Dude,
They come in with a ship and they have like 10,000 just like
Like,
servitor sex bots. This is
Like
not what
what?
we ordered.
What are
Dude.
we even gonna do with these? This is the pleasure planet. We
Dude.
already have it all.
I've
Bought
been,
me a slipperier.
since I've been reading the Eisenhorn novels, yeah, the only like he's running from the other Inquisitors at the moment, and the only astropath he could get was like a chain-smoking old woman, and she's fantastic.
I mean, actually, when I think about it, she just needs to look like that one woman from the Atlantis movie. You know the one that's like gossiping
Yeah,
all the
that's how,
time.
yeah, that's how I
Yeah, that
envision
one.
her because she's constantly pessimistic. That is
You know,
really,
that's exactly what I had in mind as well.
and she's really fucking mad that Eisenhorn took her.
Oh,
Oh, I love that
Okay.
character, but
okay. I think the blood stopped. Oh God.
man, I
haven't
was
seen
hoping
that.
for that Cavill would make Eisenhorn a live action
I
Eisenhorn.
always thought like an Inquisitor one would be an easier in, because like doing like Space
Eisenhorn
Marines,
is
it's
the
gotta be
Inquisitor.
animated. It needs to be 3D animated. Like
It is.
Eisenhorn is the Inquisitor, my
if you
dude.
do real people, it's
Kane's
not-
a good other side of the coin.
I don't know, but for me, Cavill looks like how I envisioned Eisenhorn.
He looks like a younger Eisenhorn to me, but it doesn't look.
Yeah, you can age him up.
I don't know. I always when I think of Eisenhorn, I think of like an older dude.
I think it's easier to age someone up than it is to age them down.
Probably, yeah. I mean, extra makeup.
Also, by the time they actually release it, Cavill might be the right age.
I mean, yeah.
80?
They're doing it.
Although
Yeah.
he strikes me as like one of those people with genes that he's gonna like age like fine wine, or it's gonna be one of those people where like they don't age for decades, then all of a sudden 1 year, just it all hits.
Well,
all
like,
at one go. like
And
he'll look like he's like 30 until he's like 60, 65, and then out of
yes.
nowhere he'll just
Jackie
shrivel up.
Chan has a hard case of that.
Yeah, what I call
he's
the
Asian.
Japanese grandma symptom.
Yeah, he's Asian. Asians like they store their aging in the closet, but eventually that closet fills up and it spills out.
Like that one sexy Russian woman you fell in
Yeah.
love.
The one.
They all eventually
Who?
shrivel up and become a babushka.
Sang, you
Yeah.
very well know the trope of the sexy blonde Russian girl.
Oh yeah,
that
Inquisitor
ages
Show,
like milk.
aka 40K X Files. I could
Oh,
get
yes,
behind that.
wow.
Behind that
Listen.
100%.
Meanwhile, Bulgarian women become increasingly hairy.
And how the hell would you know that?
He's met you.
Sasquatch.
I'm not a woman.
Tang,
Yes,
only,
but you
Tang
are a
is the third
Sasquatch.
Bulgarian person I know. Let that simmer.
But yes, Havoc, I could get down with that very, very easily. 40K X-File style show, so just inquisitorial investigations.
Well, to be fair, Eisenhorn kind of starts out like that. Before
I
the real plot
I need to
comes.
finish that show. I'm like close to like the later seasons. I don't.
You should finish our Grand Golden Boy first, Macarius.
Yes, I know. Well, that's a book. I'm talking about like a TV show, like watching a TV show.
He's talking
TV
about
show,
X-Files.
the X-Files. Yeah, the X-Files. I
X-Files.
am going to finish that. That is, I still have it on Kindle. I need to sit down and read it. I'm a good clip into the second book.
I'm glad I have the omnibus.
I don't have the physical omnibus. I have the digital Kindle omnibus.
I need to get the Thankwall novels.
But yes,
I think he's hilarious. It's hilarious how he loses his mount, his mount called Bone Ripper every book, and in the next book he just gets a new one. He names it exactly the same every time.
so he's just like Geralt of Rivia. You know, loses horses, just gets the next one. This one is roached.
Yeah,
I don't know in lore how many roaches he's up to now. Like,
Neither does
I
Geralt.
don't think
By-
they were specified.
By
Yeah,
Witcher
yeah.
3, like, what number of roach is he on at that point?
Well, I
I
only
don't-
know he likes every single roach, and he genuinely gets sad when he loses one.
Yes.
Which makes me think he cannot handle loss.
I mean,
I mean, literally his adoptive daughter gets lost and he drops everything and hunts her down with like a passion. Like,
Well, yes, but
case
he
loss.
can also bring the end of the world if she's not careful.
This is
That's a
true.
bit.
No, it's like a
About the
main
deciding
main
factor as
protagonist of
yeah, although
Persona.
I'm still
What did you-
I'm not like at all excited whatsoever about the new game. I think Ciri would make a fantastic character for a main game. I just don't think CD Projekt Red has it in them to do it
Hey,
right.
they should just let you play as that one Witcher Hunter from the live action series, which was the only last good thing they did.
What I'm excited about is the new expansion they're doing for 3.
That's
That would be.
like I said,
at least
if you
limited.
did a furthering of it with Ciri as the main character, it could be good. But from all those clues, it looks like they're just going to turn her into a Geralt but woman. Like
Which
rather
is
than
exactly not what she
the
was.
raw,
But
no, like
Karen.
She has her own powers and stuff like that.
Karen
You could have
from Riviera.
expanded. She does not need to be. She does not need to become a Witcher to do a Witcher's job. She's already more powerful than a Witcher.
Also, there are very many problems with the whole Witcher thing because
It won't
they
work.
rely on alchemy, and
It's not. It would be bad, and also, even if it theoretically could work, there's no way in hell Geralt or Geralt or
Yennefer.
Yennefer or Triss or any of them would ever let anyone get let her do that or get close to her with any of that process. They would murder anyone who tried.
Well,
She's
they
also too
specifically-
old for that, isn't she?
Huh?
He doesn't even want Geralt doesn't even want any new boys to undergo the process. Like
Well, they
Let alone
can't
his
because they
own.
lost the process. They
Yeah.
they don't have the technology anymore.
yeah, but like I said, she doesn't even if theoretically if they did, she doesn't need it. She had like her abilities
Well-
makes it so that she could do the job just as well.
No. It's not that she doesn't need it. It's that if she does it, she's going to blow up like a nuke. Because her blood is
Yes.
very potent.
It's very potent. Yes, if they attempted the alchemy, she would blow up and probably destroy like all of Temeria or something. Like probably more. Like, basically all of the north, the entire north,
Yeah.
gone. Ugh. But yeah, like I actually kind of enjoy the little zippy powers you got during the Siri bits in the third game. If you could just
that
expand
was-
on some of her abilities and make it like
She-
unique and new, it would be a
Honestly,
fantastic
I
game.
say she could have been an amazing character if they just laid on that kind of her power.
Yeah.
A very
Just
nimble, very zoomy sort of character that doesn't
expand
need
on her
the
power
whole
and do
Witcher
something a
thing.
little expand on her power, do something a little different, so she's uniquely different from playstyle. As when you play as Geralt, Ciri should play very differently. And I do think the canonical thing is that she doesn't go back and become the Empress. I think she sticks with Geralt.
No. She sticks with Geralt.
She sticks with Geralt and becomes a Witcher, but she's not like a actual. She does the Witcher job. She's a monster hunter, but she doesn't need to
No.
be a Witcher.
Yes,
Can't
but
be.
you do realize that we need to develop a whole new fighting system if we do that, and well,
We have this perfectly serviceable one. We can just copy paste because we're lazy assholes.
You know what's funny, Tang?
What is funny?
Since you haven't played Monster Hunter World, you don't know the reaction to Geralt from Geralt to the Monster Hunters. He's like, "What the fuck? Why don't we have those people here?" He thought also they went through like chemical stuff, through alchemy. He did not know that they are just weirdos. That
Listen,
tank
Monster
dragon
Hunter-
fights.
The whole
Are they
Monster Hunter lore is.
Aren't they mutants by that point? Like after like a long time, like it's a specific group of people have like mutated to be able to like be basically superhumans.
It's
The
a
only
bit-
way you're using any of those damn weapons is if you
Uh,
are
it's
some
more
kind of insane
complicated.
superhuman.
the humans that are being monster hunters are kind of half breeds because there used to be a kind of race thing called
the-
the dragon hunters, and it's a bit weird.
Side note: the white gloves on that is a very nice touch. It works really well.
What?
The white gloves on the that you're doing there in the stream for the Skitarii.
This might be bad to mention, but that's actually a skin tone.
Is it a skin tone? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like from what I'm looking, it looked like white. Maybe it's just like it's the camera.
Probably. I mean, I can switch to white. It would probably work out better because this is overly thin. I don't know what's going on with this.
Well, a pimp
If
needs
I
claw.
were to say like that does strike me as like pimp and fancy if like wearing like the tight white gloves.
True. Havoc says Monster Hunters did go through a chemical process. They huffed the fumes of an adhesive substance called glue until they were
Until they
properly
were-
ready to become a monster hunter.
Well, the thing is, since we don't know anything pre-Dragon War, who knows what how they made those people?
Industrial strength glue specifically.
Yeah, maybe.
It was extreme
Well,
industrial strength,
listen,
and it
Since
mutated them like
in the old
chemical
times,
X.
glue was made from bones. When they kill a monster and drain the bones, they'll get some super, and I mean super
True.
glue.
Actually, yes,
It's-
Tang.
super magical glue fumes. Yes.
And that's how you get a race of people that gladly gets tail wiped by a dragon.
Well, yes, no, every molecule of their body is so glued together that even gravity can take them apart.
Yep, no fall damage. Which,
At
like
this
I
point,
said,
I laugh at gravity.
Which I
Gravity,
let-
gravity hates me.
which I said, if that planet, Monster Hunter planet, was in Warhammer, you would get one hell of a space marine out of them.
You wouldn't need to
Darn.
turn them into a space marine. They're already insane enough as it is.
Yeah,
At
but
this
would
point,
you
they're probably
imagine?
35 to
It's like-
40% glue.
It's like we put him through the process to turn into space marine, and there's no difference.
Like, put some, Black
Didn't
Templar
improve him.
gene seed into them.
Well, then he just starts like just yelling constantly and won't stop.
No, Karn. No. We don't need to do that. We just need to take some and throw them in Catachan to see what they can pull up.
We tamed
Hey,
Catachan.
honestly-
You did what?
I ate.
We have
I ate.
cavalry. What the hell did you ride to get the cavalry? You don't want to know.
Catachan Devils.
Delicious, tasty bustin' toads. Yum yum yum. They start eating the bustin'
Okay, let's not go into the whole
I
Boston
Yes.
agree. Well,
theory.
if we talk about
That is not YouTube friendly.
yeah, if we talk about the
No.
Catachan Boston Toad, it might get us demonetized.
Yes, this is true.
Get us demonetized.
I started the stream with a knockoff soda bottle that says "Knock knock, who's there, America," with a picture of Bin Laden, and then the biggest text says "See you later." I don't think this is monetized.
Well, listen, we can
That-
always make it worse, okay?
That's true. You
That's
can't
the
make it
whole
worse.
sale.
We can always make it worse.
You can always
I,
make
um,
worse.
Are you guys
I-
streaming?
Yes, I am sure.
Yeah, he's streaming while he's painting his Skitarii, his pimp Skitarii.
Pimptari.
Oops!
So no slurs.
Asthma. You might have seen it already, but Asthma Pyrrhus. Did you know Volcano is hot?
I beg your pardon.
No, it's not. It's only
yeah,
hot
he-
if you jump into the lava.
Yeah, the VFX team on Mount Doom for Mount Doom in the Rings of Power show were like, Mount Doom is a character in its own right. It'll forever change up the way you see Mount Doom. When you go in there, there's a blisteringly hot environment. I don't want to spoil it, but
What?
Okay.
You know, you don't have to actually make it hot. Like with stuff, is you can literally just put makeup on them and spritz them with a spray of water, make them look like they're sweating.
It ain't easy being a spritzer.
it's just being a spritzer.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
but
going
s-
to.
but
I'm not
speaking
going to
of-
think about this because I'm going to get another nosebleed.
Yeah, we're gonna give you another
Oh,
nosebleed of like I said, the pit can always get lower. You think that the Dune movies are bad, but we have the Rings of Power and Wheel of Time.
Yeah, don't think
Dude,
about Galadriel
what?
It
surviving.
can always be worse.
Yeah, don't
do you
think
mean
about
Doom movies are
Galadriel
bad?
surviving the cataclysm of being close to an erupting volcano.
Well, yeah, or getting taking a pyroclastic flow head on, but
Yeah,
and it just
that's what
succeeding
I
in
meant.
turning everything orange for some reason.
And
You
light.
do want to kill me, don't you?
Want to murder you.
What do you mean the Doom movie's bad? Like what?
They
Oh,
don't
he's
really
talking
follow
about
the plot after a while.
he's talking about where it's going. The first one is okay, but
No,
they're deviating fairly heavily.
Yeah, even in the first one, the second one especially.
I don't know.
Like,
I think they're
this
pretty fucking
part
great.
isn't born yet.
What do you say?
His sister isn't born yet.
Yes,
Yeah, I
that
know.
causes an
That
uncountable
causes
amount of
so much
problems.
problems.
Aside from her not being the one who killing their grandfather, I don't remember exactly what the other problems.
Shani is also wrong. Shani is
If
completely wrong.
you ask that question, Tang's gonna go off on another rant. He's gonna get another nosebleed again.
I mean, I'm here for it. I love Dune, both books and the movies, so I'm willing to hear it.
Okay,
Ugh.
question.
Yes.
That's gonna determine my
Answer?
response. How many Dune books are there?
In absolute total, how many there
Those
is
that
author
count.
or
He's asking like which ones actually like properly.
He's actually which ones count.
It's like how you say there are only 6 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that depends on where you want to draw the line, but
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I'm not sure where you want to draw the line, but I would in that case say, let me see, the 3 books representing, no wait, not 3, 2 books for Paul Atreides, and then there were 4 more books for the God Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a shit ton of other books I don't really give two shits about.
No, there's not. They don't exist, and they never existed. They're fan
Absolutely.
fiction that needs to be discarded.
Yep. But yeah, so I would say 6 books at least. 6 books. is
Good.
what there is.
No. Only 6 books. That's it.
That's why I always say 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just want to torture me. That's why.
But yeah, 6 books in total are what actually matters for Dune. And like it was a while. I noticed it was a while since I read the first book. I'll give you that. So I might be missing some details. I mean, the movies always miss details when it comes to book adaptation. So, but
They almost completely changed Shani.
It's
that's one of the issues I have. Shani is not.
Yeah,
exactly
it's
how
the issue is hardly ever the when it's a problem. It's not because it's like they change tiny things because they did that for Lord of the Rings, still good movies.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like if you start screwing with really core fundamental things.
Yeah.
Like there are some like questionable things in Lord of the Rings, like the some like the depiction of like Faramir and Denethor, but
And
those are
Legolas
like
badassery.
well, Legolas is fine in the books, but
No, I mean
Then
the
the book
movies.
got put over.
the movies definitely that's I think Peter Jackson just having a little bit too much fun with the action sequences
Yeah.
and really gets away with him in the Hobbit.
Oliphant.
Yeah, but I have no complaints in that regard.
No.
It's yeah. Although to be honest, the 2 biggest sticking points that are the few minus points in the movies for Lord of the Rings is the Army of the Dead and Elves at Helm's Deep. Those are the only 2 that I have any serious complaints about.
Yeah, the elves
Yeah.
and
The
Helm's
elf-
Deep aren't even super bad.
It's bad.
They're a bit weird that they are here.
There is like no way that they got there that quickly. Like they teleported, and also they do not have the numbers to spare in that sort of situation at all. They were they're literally right next door to Dol Guldur. They cannot afford for
Yeah,
anyone
it
to
also
leave.
kind of feels like they disappear halfway through.
They basically like if they basically insinuate they all died, which is
They did all that,
Right.
at least in the movies.
I'm gonna
In
call
the
for my
movies.
dad.
Absolutely.
all right.
But so enlighten me what your problem is with the Dune movies. You mentioned his sister not being born being one of them.
Yes.
I just pause for a second.
Yes. Okay, go on.
Alright, that's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. Family duties call. I gotta go. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out in the stream. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff on the YouTube front. I don't know if there's anything on the X front I even need to mention, but I think we're good there. Anyway, everybody, have a good one.
Yeah, we are going to leave